Who are the primary generators of information in information industry, that is researcher and authors? Which of the following is considered an information provider, that is information aggregators? Intermediaries in the information industry mainly serve to facilitate access and distribution of the information. Which organization typically act as both an information provider and intermediary, that is general publisher? An example of an information generator is a university research lab. Information provider can be print and digital publisher. Which of these not a function of information intermediaries, that is conducting original research? Which of the following act as an information intermediary in digital scholarly communication, that is database like Scopus and Web of Science? Information industry includes generators, provider and intermediaries. The role of an information provider is to package and distribute information. Which of the following is an example of an information intermediary, that is abstracting and indexing service? An example of an information generator is scientific research lab. Publisher fall under which category in the information industry, that is providers? The main source of information in the scholarly communication process is information generators. Information aggregators primarily function as providers and intermediaries. Which of the following is not part of the information industry, that is retail banking? The information industry is mainly concerned with the production and distribution of information. What role do libraries mainly play in the information industry? Providers and intermediaries. The term information broker best fits into which category, that is intermediary? An example of a government information provider is Census Bureau. Information industry's primary consumers are users and organizations needing information. Which entity is involved in packaging, marketing and selling information product, that is publishers? An academic conference primarily acts as intermediary. Which is a major challenge faced by the intermediaries in the digital age, that is managing large data volumes and user access? The flow of information from producer to user is facilitated by the intermediary. In the information industry, the term content aggregator refers to service providers that collect and organize information from multiple sources. Which of the following is a digital information provider, that is EBSCO host? Information generators are mainly responsible for the creating original knowledge and the data. Who are the direct producer of original scientific article, authors or researchers? Which of the following best describe the role of the indexing service, summarizing and providing access to published information? The concept of information value chain includes generation, processing, distribution and consumption. Information providers in the commercial sector often includes database vendors and publishers. Which of the following is an example of an information intermediary, that is abstracting and indexing services? Which of the following best illustrate an information generator? Research university. Information providers transform information into usable organized products. What is a common service offered by information intermediaries, that is abstracting and indexing? Which of the following is not a characteristic of information generator, that is packaging and marketing of the information? The main function of information provider is to disseminate information to user. An example of a commercial information provider is Thomas Reuters. Information intermediaries help user by filtering, organizing and providing access to information. Which among these is an example of an information generator in the medical field, that is WHO research division? Information provider differ from generators because they package and distribute existing information. Which of the following will be a non-profit intermediary, that is ResearchGate? A digital library acts as an provider and intermediary. Which of these not typically considered an information intermediary, that is individual researcher? Government agencies that collect and disseminate statistics act as information generators and providers. Which statement best describes the role of a publisher? That is, they produce, package, and distribute information. Information generators are often involved in conducting research and experiments. A major challenge for intermediaries today is ensuring easy and equitable access to information. The information industry helps in creating and distributing knowledge.